So let me know in the comments if you've heard of family groups or family group trees, and if you already have those set up for yourself on your account, or somebody in your family has that set up for you. So it's still pretty new, but this is something FamilySearch has been working on for quite a while now. For several years, I would say at least 3 years. So now it's actually they launched family groups, and then family group trees was launched at Roots Tech in 2024. And so now it's been fully released, and you could find it in labs. It's actually still there, but it's been fully released onto the website, and I'll show you where you can find it and locate it. And you can find all your groups now. So this website, everything's changed on there where you can go and find your groups. So it's still in labs. And if you haven't heard of labs is where FamilySearch puts all their new features and tools, experiments, and they want the public to try them out and test them and give them feedback so they can make it better and to our needs. Really, they read every single comment they get. So definitely let them know what you think. All right, so Family Group Trees is fully launched, like I said, and it is free. So this is a way to save money on family history and get your entire family involved, because maybe you don't have Ancestry or MyHeritage, or there's so many sites, but none of them are free and they're expensive. And if you want your whole entire family to have an account on there, it of course adds to the cost, right? Even though there's some discounts with Ancestry now if you add another family member, which is helpful. Thank you, Ancestry. But with FamilySearch, they're church sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You can go on here, set up a free family tree account. It is a world tree. So this is a world collaborative tree. Their goal is to build the world's family tree. So connect everybody around the world to each other. And this is beautiful. Think about it. This one tree connecting to everybody around the world. So yes, sometimes you're going to come across mistakes and things you have to change, but it's part of it. It's just part of collaborating. And it's made it so much more simpler to change things, edit things, and communicate with other people now. So I don't want to get in a tangent over that, but because I'll get off sidetracked and forget what I wanted to say. All right. So you can bring your family here. You can collaborate, share important life events, photos, stories, sources about yourselves. You can add a tree. Group participants can add and modify information about the same living people that are in the tree and the deceased people, because you connect it to your family tree on FamilySearch. All group members can see and edit all the same people, including the living and the deceased. And then members of the church and public users. So this is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So when I say members, I'm referring to members of the church. And then public users is people in the public outside of the church. So everybody else outside of the church, basically. So members of the church and public users can be part of the same group tree. They just won't see the temple-related features. And we do ordinances for our deceased ancestors, and that's what that's related to. So are family groups and family group trees the same thing? No, actually, a family group of FamilySearch users is a group that's joined together to achieve like a common purpose. And a family group tree is a tree that is shared with members of your family in a group that allows its members to collaborate and see the same living people. So before we get started, there's a couple of things I want to go over. I will cover probably every question that you have. This is going to go over 30 minutes, most definitely, but there's going to be a wealth of knowledge throughout. You'll know exactly everything about family group trees, I promise you. So duplication, now you're probably wondering, well, gosh, if everybody adds like duplicates of each other, there's going to be a lot. That's right. It's okay though. People you add are already may already exist in the private tree of another user. And so don't worry about that. So since you cannot see the private tree, and since the family tree find feature does not include living people in search results, you won't see that person. So FamilySearch hopes that users will add fewer living people to their private trees and more to their family group trees over time. If your private tree has many other living members, we recommend moving that information into a shared private tree. And over time, this will just reduce the number of duplicates in the tree. It will also allow a bigger group of users to update a person's tree profile. So the best way to merge somebody in the tree is to simply just use the merge by ID feature. But you cannot merge duplicates that are in another family group tree in your own private tree or other users' private trees, because you cannot see them and they're living people, and that's why you can't merge them. But don't worry about that. So there is two different ways to participate. One is as administrator and a group member, and you can have several administrators. And you might ask yourself, so can a ward group, family group, have a family group tree? There's no point in that. So your ward can have a family group that is used for sharing ordinances, and that's the main purpose of those. However, please do not turn on family group trees options for a ward. They're really discouraging that. Ward members are not related to each other, so there's just not enough benefit from a family group tree for them to make one. So your ward can have a family group tree or a family group that is used for ordinance sharing or sharing ordinances. And as a precaution to protect children and youth under 18, only users over 18 can create a family group or create a group. And however, though, all users can participate in the family group trees, and users under the age of 18, once they are in the group, can be made an administrator of the group. And you can have several administrators, and you definitely, it's the first thing you want to do once you get your family into your group tree is you need to assign a couple people administrators, because if you leave the group without having somebody as an administrator, it deletes the entire group tree. Okay, so just remember that one. So we're going to go over the roles of an administrator. These are my two beautiful puppies. They're not puppies anymore, but this is Abby, my chocolate lab, and this is Lucy, my 5 different breed of a dog. We adopted her, and we got Abby off of Craigslist. She's the most awesome lab. So I thought it'd be cool to just have a cute picture to look at. So as an administrator, you choose the scope of your family group. Decide who you want in your family group. Tree, start with an immediate family. For example, you could use your siblings, your parents. You could have groups for all your cousins on one side of the family. You could have a group for your children and grandchildren. So you could have a group that includes your in-laws and your other family. You can add step, foster, guardianships, even adopted family. Be your group's first line of support to get into the group and build that family group tree. All right, so as a group member, your role is basically just join the group. You'll get an invite. The administrator will need to approve the invite, and then read the family group tree member instructions. Remember to contribute to the group tree and just get involved. It's never been easier to connect with your family. It's never been more fun, honestly, you guys. It really is. You can share stories about a person in a tree with other group members. So you can upload past memories, current memories on the fly with your Memories app from FamilySearch. So if you don't have the Memories app, I encourage you to download it. You can use the FamilySearch app to do this also, but it's so easy from the Memories app. And then you can edit it later and tag the people in your family group tree. So you can upload a memorable family photo. You can upload a family photo album for everybody to have pictures of. I just thought of that. That would be really cool. Maybe my kids don't have all the pictures of them when they're kids. I could upload and scan in all their pictures if I wanted to. Easily with PhotoMine. Easily. Look at family photos, comment about them. You can tag people, attach record hints about the people in this tree. Yeah, so you can edit people, not just yourself. So that's really cool. And you can attach to your family tree in FamilySearch. There's a lot of upgrades to family group trees right now. You can set the visibility to the memory that you uploaded. So before you could set it to private or public, and now you can set it to private, public, or to the group, or to different groups if you want to. So during the first phase of testing, FamilySearch asked participants to delete their groups and their trees after the test, but that is no longer the case. And now you can keep both the groups and the trees you create together. The new portrait view is amazing. You're going to love it. It is so nice. I think Ancestry has updated theirs. Well, of course, they're usually a little bit ahead of FamilySearch in some ways sometimes. But Portrait View organizes your family vertically. So it lets you display all the siblings of an ancestor on the pedigree, and then open several lines at once to see more of your tree at the same time. So you can really open up your branches. It's also helpful to see and view all your descendants. And then in the last test, also, you could choose to pre-populate your tree by copying in just yourself, or by copying in your whole list of private people. In this preview, you can actually copy in whole branches of your family line, and you can copy your entire private list now too. So the private people list has changed a lot, and I'll show you where that's at and how that looks now. You can also, like with the new changes to the private list, you can, the private person list, I should call it, it has become more powerful, and it's been moved from contributions over to the family tree navigation menu. This list now contains living people in both your private trees and your family group trees, and identifies possible duplicates within those same trees, so you can merge them. You will also find options that let you copy people in your private list into a family group tree or a private tree. So previously you had to create a new group to participate, but now you can actually turn on the group tree just right from the group. So that's been simplified. So for administrators, if you already have a family group, you just go turn it on. I'm going to show you how to do that. Yay, exciting. My screen keeps like closing on me. So steps to creating your group trees. I got this little video, this little animation for you if it will play. Yay. So if you guys have a little bit of free time right now, I invite you to get on your computer and go to FamilySearch.org, or your tablet even, and log in and follow along with me step by step and learn how to create your own family group tree or group. All right, let's do it. Do it. And my video stopped playing. Why? I don't know. All right, so the first step is to add your living family members to your private tree. That is the most important thing, and the one thing that I didn't understand quite right from the very beginning. So that is the most important thing. If you don't do that, you're going to be confused why your family's not showing up when you try to add them into the group tree. So first step, when I say add them into your private tree, so when you go into FamilySearch and you create your tree, you create you and your parents and all of them, that's your family group tree. So that connects to the world tree. So that's what I'm referring to. So once you get logged in, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the family tree tab up here at the top. Now, like I said, it was in labs, or it is still in labs, but this is where it's going to probably be permanently, is right here. And now you can scroll all the way down. Now here's contributions, right? Well, here's the new private people section, and that's where your private people will be. And then family groups, you'll click on that next. And then this is what it's going to look like. Basically the home page for family groups, and you can create your tree right here with the create group tab, or you can take your current group and create it, make it into a tree from there. It's pretty pretty easy. And then if you already have your family group created, this is what it's going to look like. So when you go to edit your group, you'll just, it's where you want to go is edit group, and then click on or slide that tab there, and that's it. And that will allow you to add people into the tree, into the group to make a tree. All right. Very simple. That's it anymore. And then if you're creating your group, this is what it will look like. You're going to have a form here that you're going to fill out. You're going to put the name of the group. Usually you're going to put the name of the family line, right? Or lines. And then what the group's about. I just put a short description here that I changed later. And then just a code of conduct, like, hey, if you're going to add or change something, just make sure that you have a source or reason or something. Like if it's like a, vital record, something like that. And then once you put all that in there, you're just going to slide that tab over and allow the group to work together in the family group tree. And then, of course, accept the rules and all of that stuff. So that's pretty simple. And then you're going to add to your family tree. So it's going to take you to a page like this. Add your family tree, people to your family tree. Click the arrow to the side. Okay, so if this is the parent right here and you click this arrow, it's going to pull up all of this person's siblings. And then if you expand the bottom arrow, it's going to expand the children downwards. Okay, but just make sure that the family member is added there first. And then I gave you another example down here. Now, I'm going to show you actually what this looks like on a bigger screen because this just didn't do a very good job. But there's a new tab also when you have multiple children, multiple marriages, like multiple children, multiple marriages. You're going to be looking for that additional family relationships. And this is where you're going to find that. So you can, so once you create your trees, because you'll probably have multiple group trees, you're going to be able to manage them from the upper left-hand corner. So easily switch between the trees. You can tell like over here, see I have multiple trees. Here's the FamilySearch tree right here. And then these are my trees. And then you can switch back to groups by just clicking back on this tab. So they've made that a lot easier too, just to navigate back and forth from group to group. So this is the family group tree homepage. This is what it looks like now. Here's your family or your tab to go back to groups. And my dog's winning out. What? All right, so hold on. I'm going to pause the video. Let my dog outside. Okay, okie doke, I'm back. Where was I? Homepage, family trees. Okay, so that's how you get back to the group. Pretty simple. And then you can also see like what's new, like everything that's new. I'm pretty much going over with you in this video, but you can always refer back to what I went over with you right here, basically. And then you can also create your tree from this little tab right here too also. So if you didn't do it when you created the group, you can come here and do it later. All right, so you can see everything I just went through is right here on the side panel, right? And that's where you leave. So make sure you have an administrator if you're leaving a group. Unless you want to delete it. So I've done that. Just deleted a group that I tested to see, how to make it or whatever. But yeah, all this is self-explanatory. Then you can see reservations and all of that. So we're in family groups. You can see all my groups. For example, I have the Borton family group I just created. And I have this for my ordinance group for my ward. So I put reservations in there. So if people want to help me with completing some of my ordinances, they can come right here and print them right off. And they don't even have to contact me or drop by the house, or I don't have to drop by their house to give them the names. And then I created one for my ward that is for just baptisms and confirmations. And this is for the youth to come and print off names to take to the temple. And then I have some other family group trees. But that just gives you an example. So let's go dive into this tree. I just created it, brand new. And I haven't added anybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to We can copy from FamilySearch, or we can create our tree right here. So I'm going to copy from FamilySearch. So these people are all in my tree. I can select them from here. Okay, they're already added. And so I am going to, if I go to the side there, I'm going to be able to see all my siblings and then their children. Okay, so that's the new portrait view. And then also I can see my dad's and my mom's other marriages and their other children, my other half siblings. Okay, so if I wanted to add my mom's line, if I clicked this, it would add everybody on this side. Okay, and I don't want to do that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click my siblings. You can also change the preferred married couple. Now I'm just going to copy 26 people to the group. Boom. So this is where you go to invite people. Okay. You should go click on that. Continue. Copy the link below. You can email it to somebody, or you can copy it and send it in a text. Either or. You will need to, the administrator will need to approve the invite, even though you sent it, but you'll still need to improve it. I think they do that for security. That way, like, somebody doesn't accidentally, like, somebody come across the invite that's not your family. It's good. It's smart. And then you can put post here. So you can post, excuse me, I was like going to have a hiccup, I think, or something. This is where you can post. You can post from your device, FamilySearch gallery, Google Photos. You can post pictures, documents, but you can come here. You can like, comment. You can even start a story, which is cool. You can message the group right here. There's a chat box, which is nice. You can set it as a preferred tree. You can set the starting person here. If you go to edit group, this is where it takes you. And this is where you can allow ordinances or have this a group tree or not a group tree. And then code of conduct is right here. If you need more help, click on this. If you have more questions, they have answers. And then I wanted to go to another group. So I'm going to go back to groups. But if you come up here on the left-hand side, I can I can switch between groups. So I'm going to go here, and I am going to show you a memory that I uploaded to the Memories app or to the Memories page on FamilySearch. And if I go in here and view the memory, you're going to see that I can tag it. It has the date, the place, the contributor. I was able to leave the story. You can choose right here what group share it in. So that's where that is. Or you can make it private. So to make this tagged memory visible to others, you can set it to public or share it with a group. But it's so important that you do tag memories, because, like, if you just put pictures of people in there and you know who they are, but nobody else does, and you die and those pictures just floating around, nobody's going to know who those people are, who those pictures belong to. So you want to come in here and tag everybody. And if they're in your tree, you can link them to the person in the tree that you have. They've made this so much simpler. Very easy. So do you see how you can build current memories, past memories, future memories coming up that you can put on here privately now? But what happens, and I'm going to explain that next. Let me go to the slide. help each other out. Here's the tree details. If you go here, you can invite a member from here. You can copy somebody from FamilySearch. You can, oh, here it is. Set it as a preferred tree right here also. If you want to. And then you can go over here. You can even set FamilySearch, because I have FamilySearch set as my preferred tree. You can do that also. All right. Okay. All right, so back to the slide. So some common questions you might have. Can I reserve ordinances for my family group tree? So family group trees are intended for living families, so it doesn't make sense to reserve ordinances from within a family group tree. There is one exception, though. If your family group tree contains confidential deceased persons, you can reserve the ordinance from within the family group tree. So that would be if, I think if you had a living family member that just passed away, I believe that's what that applies to. Do family group trees display ordinances about living persons? No. If a member's family tree profile is copied into a family group, his or her ordinances appear in family tree after the person's profile is changed to deceased and the record is merged with the record containing the ordinance data. And so all those questions are pertaining to like church, our church, and doing ordinances for our ancestors. So can I put a GEDCOM file into family group tree? Not at this time. Can I use the Family Tree mobile app with family group trees? At this time, you can use the iOS version with the Family Tree mobile app with family group trees. Android will have this feature in the future. It does have some of the features already, just not all of them. Can I be in more than one group tree? Absolutely. You can have as many group trees as you want, and you can have up to 500 people in a group. So that's a lot. But if you want to open up like 2 different types of group trees at the same time, you're going to have to open up an external browser. So if you're on like Safari or Explorer, you would open up Google, or, you could open up Firefox if you're on Google. So that's how you would do that. Just so you know, if you're trying to do that, that could be a little tricky. All right. And then how can I tell which tree is displayed and switch between them? That was in that left-hand corner that I showed you. And then I talked about the groups. What features can you use in the family group tree? In the family group tree, you have the same features related, the same related features that you have available in the public tree, including sources, record hints, timeline, memories, notes, and so forth. So you can get record hints on living people from what I understand. So that's pretty cool. So a few family tree features are not available for living people in family tree, regardless of whether they are in a private tree or family group tree. And that is discussions and find by name. All right, and then how does merging work in a family group tree? So when you add a person to a family group tree, you might create duplicate records. So if that same person appears more than once within the same family group tree, you just merge by the ID. And then if duplicates are in other trees, they cannot be merged. So for example, you cannot merge the record of yourself from your private tree with the record of yourself in your family group tree. If you have any other questions, though, let me know. I covered a lot, but let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. I'll find out the answer for you. So genealogy isn't boring or difficult like it used to be. So dive in and see how much fun it can be. And that's my little, I made that up tagline. I like it. So involve your family in navigating their family history as a team. Enrich your history with photos, stories, and sources. Share memories, milestones in real time while they are still fresh, and protect everyone's online privacy. Leave a legacy. Ensure the future generations of your family can access this information to learn about your life. So when you duplicate these other people, I have to move my arm really slow because I can't extend my arm out yet because my surgery. So but when you pass on, you have your original main person, right? If you have multiple trees, your person in those trees is going to become merged with one of you, like probably the main person. Like I merged all of my information into my dad's main person when he passed away. Like there was a couple duplicates of him, and then I just merged them all, saved all of his information, which had the most. So when you think about that, you're adding, because like unless you will your ancestry now to somebody, which you can. I don't know if will's the right word, but you can do that now. And if you do that, you can leave it for somebody. But like my dad passed away and he had my heritage, ancestry, anything that he had, I don't have access to. So this is a really good way to preserve those memories for your descendants. How cool is that? I think this is really cool, you guys. Why wouldn't you have a tree like this on FamilySearch? I don't know. All right, so that is it. This is my puppy, Abby. She's not a puppy. She's actually turning 11 this month. She turned 11. And this is her. She was 6 weeks old when I got her. She was so little. And this is her on the lake on her first boat ride. She's so cute. Look at, she had blue eyes. And then this is her like at 6 months. So cute. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me know if this was informative. And if you are going to go out and make a family group tree now, or if you did and you followed along, let me know. I really hope you did. I hope this got you excited because this is way cool and everybody needs to do it because Roots Check is coming up and your mind's going to be blown more. I promise. I totally promise. But oh, I was going to show you guys. Oh, no, I won't. Never mind. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, this helped you out, remember to like the video. I worked really hard on this, you guys. It took me days to do, honestly. That's kind of embarrassing to say, but it's true. I worked really hard on it. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like to come back for some more tutorials. All right. See you guys. Be good. Be blessed. Until next time. Catch you later.